Initially it was thought that they killed their prey with toxic bacteria living in their mouth.
But recent studies have shown that they are actually venomous. Like all goannas, you can tell when they're hunting by their fast head movement and tongue action.
Time to jump on the boat and head to Komodo Island. Being West Australians, we're used to life on the ocean and island hopping.
So we're nearly at Komodo Island now. About to go look for some Komodo dragons. Pretty excited.
It's a long 4-hour slow boat ride. Finally we get there.
And then we arrive on Komodo Island. We've dreamt of this moment since we were kids. A ranger joins us for the hunt.
We finally spot our first Komodo underneath this tree, and check how huge this male is.
So we're on Komodo Island and we've just found our first Komodo dragon. It's the middle of the day, it's quite hot, and so the dragons are resting at the moment. This one's a male, about 35-40 years old, and he's buggered.
It's so big, I'm lost for words.
Alright, so here we have a big male Komodo dragon. What he's doing, he's sitting around this water hole and getting away from the sun, but sometimes his prey like deer or wild pig come along, and what they'll do is they'll ambush them if they're really hungry, and when they bite it, it's like venom or the saliva, and actually it breaks down the animal eventually, and it will rot, and then that animal will eventually die, and it's just a feeding frenzy. All the goannas come in, because Komodo dragons are a type of goanna. They're just the biggest lizard in the world. They come in and they just scavenge on it, and they got extremely big claws, almost as big as my hand. And powerful tails that if you get close enough they can actually tail whip you, a bit like Parentis back home. And this is what the sticks are for, in case they do charge at you. But these guys are like us and a bit lazy in the hot weather, chilling under this shade, under the tree.
It's amazing to be in the presence of such an awe-inspiring animal.
While we're filming the big Komodos, this younger Komodo comes out of the bush. Like all goannas, you can tell when they're hunting by their fast head movement and tongue action. Here we got a more active Komodo. This one's just a little bit smaller. He just came down for a drink. This one looks a bit more active hunting. But this is the food they eat. There's a reason why the Komodos get to a large size. There's plenty of large prey around for the lizards to feed on. They've recently been known to envenomate large animals by biting the back of their ankles.
Their camouflage helps them stalk their prey before they ambush it.
I think there's a good reason this deer is sleeping out in the open.
small. 1 to 3.
A fast head twitch. So they're ready to go.
Yeah, maybe the one.
And so he's gonna sniff out what it was. Good one. Okay, so we're just gonna leave this Komodo and keep walking, see what else we can find.
Got another Komodo dragon.
Komodo.
So we're at the ranger station on Komodo, and just below me is a big Komodo dragon. Looks ready to shed its skin. Pretty loose. Looks pretty old, this one. Not bad at bird's eye view.
The few people that live here have to learn to live amongst the dragons.
Behind me is a male Komodo, and right next to him is his female mate. Now he's panting because he's quite hot. They're like dogs, they pant to cool themselves down, and you can actually see some of his toxic saliva.
Initially it was thought that they killed their prey with toxic bacteria living in their mouth.
But recent studies have shown that they are actually venomous.
Time to get back on the boat and check out another island.
Sitting with the captain. Cool steering wheel. We are snorkeling in Komodo, believe it or not. Hopefully we don't see a Komodo in the water. And water's crystal clear, but there is a current here, so...
Just been snorkeling. Now it's time for lunch.
We head to another island to see some more Komodo dragons.
Rinca.
This is a more populated island. The people that live here use these boards to keep the Komodos out.
Here on Rinca, the dragons are smaller than they are on Komodo Island.
Despite being smaller, there are more fatalities.
This is probably because more people live on Rinca, and therefore there are more conflicts between dragons and people.
it wasn't for these birds, there wouldn't be Komodo dragons. These are called megapode birds, and this is where the Komodos come to lay their eggs. The megapode birds make burrows for their eggs, and the Komodos, they steal their burrows. Komodo dragons are able to lay eggs without breeding.
This is known as parthenogenesis.
The locals don't seem too bothered by the dragons.
These scales are like body armour.
So the Komodos are just feeding on some scraps here.
The people of Rinca have had to learn to live alongside these dangerous animals. I've never met such an awesome and awe-inspiring animal.
A little bit with the Central Ranges taipan. Oh, look at that! He's going Mashu.
Look at that Venom.
Anyway, we'll move him off the road.